My next student, basketball freshman Seldon Jefferson, attended the same high school, which was Bishop Laughlin in Brooklyn, New York, as Mark Jackson, who is now with the Los Angeles Clippers. I mention this only because Seldon broke Jackson's high school scoring record. Jackson compiled 1,234 points in 4 years, while Seldon managed to get 2,563 points in 3 years. He was Player of the Year in both his junior and senior year. He was also named to the All-State team for 3 years and played in the Capitol Classic in Washington, D.C. Now, when I asked him for some background information in order to be able to introduce him today, he told me just to say, "Here's Big Sel." So, delivering a speech entitled, "You Can Make It Without Drugs," here's Big Sel.
When I attended Bishop Laughlin Catholic High School in Brooklyn, New York, I played guard on the basketball team. There were nights when I had a great game, maybe even broke a record, and was on top of the world. But that feeling would end when I went home, if I can go home. Because I lived in a high crime area, and because I had family members who were involved with drugs, I was an easy target. Many nights, I went to stay at relatives' house and surrounding areas in order to save my life. Therefore, I feel that I'm somewhat of an expert when I tell you you can make it without drugs. A lot of people get involved with drugs because of peer pressure. In Brooklyn, you see everything. It's not unusual to see someone get shot. You see drug addicts right outside your door. You constantly get off of drugs. One person who was prey to the drug world was Lloyd Daniels, a basketball player who now has played for the San Antonio Spurs. He's successful, but he went through a lot to get this success. Also coming from New York, he was an excellent basketball player and a good high school student. But he got involved with drugs. He was lucky enough to be recruited by Jerry Tarkanian at UNLV, but unfortunately, he was expelled from the university because of his habit. However, it was lucky for Daniels that Tarkanian got the head coach job with the Spurs, so he gave Daniels another chance, and Lloyd is making the best of that chance. He's off drugs. Mike was an A student in high school and on honor roll. He wasn't used to the streets, so when he finally went out there, he was street smart. He couldn't handle it, so he was peer pressured into drugs. He has served 2 years in the state penitentiary and is currently on a trial for drug trafficking. Dara was my oldest brother, and he was a good one of the family. Everybody thought he could do no wrong. With him, there was no doubt that he succumbed to peer pressure. When he started selling drugs, the money started coming in fast. He saw that it seemed to be an easy way to support me and my mother, and so he continued to sell. He helped all of us financially. He bought my clothes when I attended Catholic school, since I had to wear a uniform. He's also bought all my books. He's finishing a 6-year prison term, and I think he's going to do fine. I feel good about the fact that I was able to escape drugs. And coming from an environment and situation that I came from, if I can do it, anybody should be able to. A lot of people do drugs in order to feel good, to get a buzz, to feel on top of the world. I can get that same feeling after going to class because it's hard for me to believe that I'm actually in college and on an athletic scholarship at that. I will continue to feel good about myself, and I will be successful in life. But it will be because of determination and hard work, and not because of drugs.